honestly, I'd start stroking guys. If you're going to take that long, you got to get stroked. Doesn't matter if you're, I mean, there's certain circumstances where, the switches like that, it's understandable.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in Heart Path Only, episode 3. Tim Tully, Scott Atwood, and my man, what a little weekend there at the Open Championship. I know you were dogging on it a little bit, but a pretty good finish out there at Royal Birkdale.
It was a good finish. Shout out to Ryan Fox, man. He deserved it. He stepped right up to every single shot and just had no fear.
Dude, he kind of a beast. I'm a big, I love a bruiser guy like that. He's kind of like if Chris Gotterup had an older brother, that's what Ryan Fox looked like to me. Just that swing, dude, where he just collapses his whole deal. He's up here. He's got his wrists totally coiled. And, dude, he just pounds the ball. I don't know if it was an 8-iron he hit on 16 or 17 that was 225 yards, or maybe it was a 6-iron that was 260. You're just dude, he just pounds. And, I mean, for a guy, he had that one he gave back where the ball rolled down the hill and then he ended up getting up and down. Or, yesterday he shot 62, which is insane. Can you imagine just the putter heater that guy was on? What he was feeling with the putter on the back nine. The clip, I'm sure we'll talk about it as we get into it, but the clip where Burns pulls his tap in out of the hole to the time where Ryan Fox putted his ball, it was 15 seconds maybe. Pace of play god, Ryan Fox, you have my respect, and now you have a major, which is pretty awesome.
Pace of play goat. He's not getting stroked for pace of play, that's for sure.
Absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not. So yeah, man, I'd love to just kind of hear your takes on the Open Championship. I know you definitely put out some feelers there and got some old heads on you talking about the Open Championship. So, I mean, if you want the floor, take the floor. I thought it was a good tournament. I, fortunately, having a 1-year-old, got to watch a lot of the early morning sessions. It's nice to wake up at 5 and have something to watch for once instead of Miss Rachel. We definitely grinded some Open Championship, had it on throughout the workday as well, which was nice. Today, threw it on in the cart when I was playing, but good tournament. Obviously, the star power was there, but you end the year with Rory was really the only big dog who won a major this season.
Yeah, 100%.
Rory, the only kind of big dog, at least in my book, that got a major this season.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out to Ryan Fox. Was not expecting that whatsoever. Crazy surprise. I thought that one of those big dogs was just going to show up. You see Cam Young climbing the leaderboard, but then you think Sam Burns has to have a run here. You expect Scottie maybe to, put together a few birdies, string together a few birdies, but I don't know. The weather held up at the end of the day. I was impressed with the back nine. I did dump on the Open this week. I gave a hot take that it might be the worst major. It is not the worst major. That was just for clicks, hand up. I admit that, but the PGA Championship has some strong venues coming up.
Click path only.
Exactly. Yeah. Whatever. It's clickbait, as is life. But I don't know. The PGA Championship has some good venues coming up, and the Open has fallen off. The broadcasting, first of all, I know this doesn't necessarily have to do with the RNA and the actual golf on the course, but the broadcasting was atrocious. You're sitting there watching the back nine of the tournament, and it's funny. I was playing golf too, and I go and look, and there's just a commercial every single time I go and look at my phone. I didn't even see a single Sam Burns putt.
Almost fell off my stool.
Almost just fell.
Speaking of disasters, but yeah, I watched a little bit on Sky earlier in the week, and it was definitely better. I don't know if they gave the American, the Fox crew. No, Fox was World Cup today. But I don't think they gave kind of the NBC crew, the access that Sky was getting. I do love when they have the Open, which something I didn't see a ton, is when they would do, the zoom in picture. If you watch DP World Tour, they show you what the lie looks like, and that's what I want out of the Open. I want to see how nasty this is. I want to see some back and forth match play situations, which you didn't really get. Definitely. I mean, I think the Open is hard to put into your brain because one, there are guys that you don't hear about a lot that will play well because they play better in links golf. They hit the ball better. It's not so much like a PGA Championship that's set up for the best guys or the U.S. Open that there's always somebody who won the amateur at that course who's going to ball out fits it.
No, I agree. The country club, yeah.
100%. And I think there are a ton of really good European players, but where was the European Ryder Cup for this tournament? Where was, I mean, Aberg was, I think he snuck in top 10. Where's Rory? Where's
Tommy Fleetwood was the
Hovland?
other
Where's like all these guys that you thought were going to be? Fitzpatrick was not good. His brother played better than him at least the first couple of days. Like that's kind of what you want these national championships to be. Is, at least in my mind, is I want them to be like Ryder Cup wars, right? Where you're seeing Rory versus Scottie, or you're seeing, and maybe that's just the way it is, but they don't really play the Ryder Cup in a lot of these like linksy courses. Like the last one was in Italy and like different things like that. So I want more of that, and I didn't get it. And you don't really get the build up because you're not watching the full rounds and they're not on at night. So like unless you're really like dialed in during the day, it's hard to follow because you're either seeing like early morning stuff and that, and the drama. Like I feel like they try to make it too kind of old timey with the broadcast, and that's where I agree with you. But like the Bryson thing, and obviously that will take up a good chunk of what we're going to talk about. Like the Bryson thing, he teed off on Saturday and they didn't have audio when he got to the tee. Like, how are you not just live feeding him from the putting green to the first green even? Like,
it's insane.
You have to hear the crowd. Like, the crowd was definitely giving him hell, but they didn't give it to you. And, like, I don't know. I feel like having the crowd give him shit and then he just pounds one. Like, that's what it's about. That's the theater of golf. And I didn't think this tournament had that. And the last couple, I mean, I do agree. Like, really, the last British Open that you remember was, I mean, the St. Andrews one was awesome.
150th, yeah. Yeah, Cam
and then
Smith.
Spieth at Birkdale, but it was Spieth and Kuchar. It wasn't really like it was one of these wars. Like the Cam Smith one was, there were a ton of guys at the top battling it out, and like towards the end, and even today there were like Cam Young. If Cam Young was in the second to last group, like there's drama, there's a lot going on there. But you just, you know, when guys are floating around 1 or 2 under for the day to win, like yeah, it's a bummer, man. It at least you were hoping to get a playoff. Fox was just too good, and like he made it happen, dude. He probably could have won by 2, right? He missed that putt on 17. That was, I mean, pretty doable. It was the same length, if not shorter than the one he made on 18. But that's the kind of guy like Lee Westwood, who I don't think ever won a major. Like that's who Ryan Fox kind of reminds me of, just like an absolute masher who can get hot putting. And I was a Lee Westwood guy pre, live and all that shit. But
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I going back to the Open, that was my take too, is like past 10, even if you go back like 20, 25 years, there's not that many Opens that you're like, oh, this is electric. Like obviously the Phil one with what's his name back and forth down the stretch, and like, I don't know, there's been a couple memorable ones. The Cam Smith one, I don't know if I'd say that's like,
well, and the Cam Smith
elite,
one,
but
it might be, and sorry to cut you off, but like it might be the Masters like is going to be a home run derby at some point. It's like the PGA Championship is a home run derby. The Open just isn't, right? St. Andrews is an easy links course for compared to some of these other courses where like you can do some of this and go really low. But like Birkdale, and you even in the Spieth one, like he had to really grind out a lot of those holes, and it's a grinder tournament. But when you have 3 or 4 guys shooting 62 and then falling off the planet the next couple of days, like that's where I was kind of like, damn, like if somebody did it twice, the tournament's over. And like something that I think 62 is now tied for the lowest score ever in a major with those 2 guys doing it.
Yeah, multiple times.
But just a weird kind of setup. It did not feel, even the end, like I like Tirico, but it didn't feel like a huge moment when he made that putt. And maybe they were rooting for Cam or whatever, but he rolls that putt in and you're like, I mean, are they going to play another 9 holes? Like where even Fox, he hit it so fast, he didn't even think of his celebration.
Yeah. Question for you. Do you think this changes how people view Ryan Fox? Also, do you think it's good for the game of golf to see a new guy win like this?
Yeah. I mean, this is 13 years in a row now that the Open winner has been a first time winner, which is pretty crazy. Like going back to Phil, I think in 2013 or 2012. So maybe it's 14 years. But I do think it's good. I like when a guy like that who's a career grinder like has his weekend and has his day. I love the way he plays. Like he's a masher. He wears the Oakleys, which I love. Speaking of that, if you have been to Andover Country Club in the last month and have seen my Oakley radars like Ryan Fox, I'm coming for you because I left them in the cart. I found the case, but I didn't find the sunglasses. So if you see those on Facebook Marketplace anywhere in the Merrimack Valley, let me know.
Could be a raccoon.
Yeah, I lost them. We don't have raccoons in Andover Country Club, brother. This is come on, man.
It's not the dog track. Yeah. Right.
I got raccoons in my backyard right now that are fighting my bungee cords and my garbage can in the same town, but can't say I've seen some coyotes. I haven't seen a raccoon, but God, yeah, imagine a raccoon just wearing the Oakleys going into my trash. I would respect the shit out of that.
Yeah, I mean, in Florida, I had a raccoon almost go into my cart, and I had to like run at the thing with a golf club.
Dude, that
So
clip of the
they're
bear going into the cart this week was nuts too.
yeah, they're
Did you see
mean.
that? That was
Anyways,
crazy.
yeah. So you think the open feels worse than it used to? Is my
Yeah, I mean,
that's
and
my
maybe
takeaway.
like when you're a kid, you kind of buy into it a little more. Honestly, and this is, you were talking about the PGA Tour last week, and I was mad I didn't say it at the time. The real problem with all of these tournaments, and like, I hate to say this, and like, there's no Tiger Woods, man. Like, there's no Tiger Woods. And
There's
that's
not.
kind of where a lot of these tournaments and a lot of like the golf stuff, like the Masters is so awesome. And yeah, it's great, it's fun, but it's a lot more awesome when Tiger Woods is playing well. And I think for the British Open, you have guys chasing Tiger Woods. And I think we had a little bit of that when Scottie was so dominant, but like there just isn't that happening right now. And whether that's, Scottie's in a low or maybe he had a hot, flash in the pan, which is what has happened for a lot of these guys. Spieth, Dustin Johnson, JT never quite had it, but like Rory early in his career, where you like need the hero and the villain. And when it's a different hero and villain every week, and they're all good guys, like the live guys you can root against. And obviously we saw that it's pretty galvanizing when one of them gets their back up against the wall. But I don't know, there's just not like a Tiger and Phil. There's no one-on-one rivalry right now. There's not Tiger versus the field. And that, like, for lack of maybe that's a lazy way to put it, but the absence of that dominant figure, like I think that's why it feels like a lot of these tournaments don't have the same juice as they used to, is there's just not that guy that can pull it out. And Scottie has been that guy, but he's been putting himself in really tough position to where, like today, he's got a birdie the last 4 holes to get up near Cam Young, right? Like it's really hard to do that when and yeah, you can root for somebody else if you're gambling, but like if you're not betting, I don't know why you would want Ryan Fox to beat Cam Young. He seems like a great guy, but I'm rooting for American guys all the time. But when Cam Young hasn't hit a golf shot on TV in 3 hours, like it makes it really challenging. It makes it really challenging to follow and be interested in that.
100%. I agree with your take. I think golf needs more polarizing figures. It's one thing. I think the golf world has a lot of Bryson and Rory fatigue in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bryson and Rory just grind everyone's gears. But I think one thing that's great about the two of them is they're like the divorced bickering couple that like that's the closest thing that we have to like the Tiger versus Phil situation right now. But they're just not as good as Tiger and Phil were, and definitely not Tiger. Neither of those guys. But I enjoyed the Bryson Rory stuff. I don't know if you saw Rory's comments on the Bryson stuff, but it's just absolutely hilarious how he's like, yeah, he's a drama queen.
Like I couldn't agree with Rory more. I don't necessarily agree with I don't agree with the penalty. I think it's pretty crazy. Like somebody must have called him on it, and that's why it went back to do it. And I think that's a layer to the story that people aren't really talking about, is another player must have pointed it out, right? Or somebody called it in or whatever. But like the Wyndham Clark at the US Open is the same shit.
Oh, that was it was the same thing. Wyndham Clark should have been penalized for that. Easy. Oh, way worse. It was absurd. He walked over the ball.
I would be more mad in a club championship match if somebody did what Wyndham Clark did versus like what Bryson did. And now, are they both trying to gain an advantage? Probably, yeah. But like when even the penalty says Bryson DeChambeau is penalized 2 strokes for inadvertently improving his lie, it's like it's inadvertent. You're saying it's inadvertent. And obviously he feels like he's a guy who's gotten picked on, and I get it. I do. And you know what? He probably had a pretty damn good chance to win this golf tournament, and that put him in a really tough spot where now he's in the spotlight of it. I think the whole, where I agree with Rory, is the whole, like, I'm not going to play tomorrow. Like, shut up, dude. Like, literally, like, you're not going to play tomorrow. You know who gives a shit? 9-year-olds watching on TV. Like, nobody gives a shit, dude. Like, nobody your place for people to watch you, dude, is on YouTube. And like, YouTube, I like Bryson. Sure. I'm a gadget guy. I'm a fan. I do this whole thing. But like, you're not going to play tomorrow? Nobody gives a shit, dude. Go home. Like, the only people who care are people who've bet on you. And they're like, he can't quit. I have a top 10 Bryson pick. Like, I'm not going to play. Okay, dude, don't play. Then leave. And don't leave everybody waiting for these tee times. And they're sitting there like, can Bryson make up his mind? And we do this, like, I feel like Portnoy, like, dude, you're not the Beatles. You're Chitty Bang, dude. Like, literally, it's like,
get over yourself.
There's one guy who could do that, and it's Tiger Woods. Like, I'm saying, even if Scottie Scheffler tried to pull that shit, I'd be like, there's 70 other golfers here, and like, I'm not going to play. Like, dude, you're lucky you got invited. You're not even playing on a real golf tour right now. Like, you haven't done jack shit. You made your first major cut in a year. Like, and you're, I'm not going to play. And apparently he's at the range. He's humming and singing and bitching. Like, dude, I get it. It's a bullshit penalty. It's tough. That being said, how badass would it be to get this 2-shot penalty, come out, make a couple birdies on the front, and be in the lead the next day? And then everybody's talking about how you overcame it. Instead, they're talking about what a bitch you are because you're out here complaining and going through, like, that
crashing out.
And that's where that's where I agree with Rory, where it's like, you know, this is what Bryson's going to do. And like, Bryson did the same thing after the Masters, where he's like, oh, Rory didn't talk to me. It's like, he's trying to win a goddamn golf tournament, dude.
Yeah, the rope incident.
The rope.
That's my personal
when he's
favorite.
Carrying the sign, like the cross, right? Like, that drives me nuts. And that's
It's
where, like,
cinema.
you know, Scottie was like, I don't have any thoughts on it, but, well, I do have thoughts, but I haven't decided what I'm going to say. It's like, you broke the rule. It's golf, too. Like, you break the golf rule, like, your hand's in the cookie jar, dude. Like, just shut up and keep going. It's like a guy you call out sandbagging at your club who's very easily caught in the cookie jar. And it's like, there's no way to talk yourself out of this, dude. So leave or shut up, say you made a mistake, and move on. Like, he very well could have won this tournament if he just kept his head down and did it. Or if he didn't try to stomp around the fescue to mess up his life. Like, you screwed up. Whether it was on purpose or not on purpose, or subconscious or conscious, like, you made a mistake, you got a penalty. Nobody cares, like, if you're going to play or not. The only reason that people care is they want to know what time they got to go to bed. So, yeah, miss me with that. Like, we're stroking guys right there. There you go. There's your little hint. Like, Bryson, shut up. Nobody cares. And, yeah, Rory does have, like, this high horse thing. But, like, hey, Bryson, Rory won a major this year. Rory won golf tournaments on a real golf tour this year. Rory McIlroy stood up for his league in this whole thing. And, like, does that give him special treatment? It probably does. But you know who else didn't step up and do all this? Every other professional golf. There's not one, and, like, I'm not a Rory, like, a huge, like, Rory defender, all this stuff, but, like, I'm so tired of Rory's this, Rory's hot. It's like, dude, Rory got put in this impossible position where Rory is now the guy who has to speak for the PGA Tour. And they're like, well, Rory thinks he did. It's like, dude, Rory can do whatever he wants because the PGA Tour is saying, you have to be this guy. We have to have a guy. We don't have Tiger. Scottie's a quiet guy. Like, it's so frustrating to me that, you know, Rory, yeah, he's going to say what he wants. He's the only guy that will say anything in situations like this. And they're almost telling him, like, dude, you have to say something here. And he will do it. He will step up and do it. And he will go and put that on kind of the mark to say, I need to handle this, but there's nobody else stepping up on that podium. And I'm sure if somebody else wanted to talk, Rory would sit down and do it, but there's nobody else doing that. And that's why Rory gets this platform, and that's why he deserves it, and that's why he's really the only guy that can say, he's a drama queen, shut the hell up, tee the ball up, and let's play goddamn golf, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, I hate that. Like, I'm like Mr. Rory on the soapbox.
Fired up. I know you're fired up. I get it.
Bryson DeChambeau, like, your league is about to be done, and you're not the Beatles, man. Like, you have a couple majors, you've won a bunch of tournaments, you did the protein shake thing, and everybody was obsessed with you. But, like, at some point, you're gonna have to come, like, hat in hand back to the PGA Tour here, and you're gonna have to try to, like, be relevant. And you did such a good job correcting the course, and now here we are in this moment.
Tim,
yeah, it's funny when he, like, softly walks through the fescue as he's going. Yeah, that's hilarious. But just do that. Like, just be a dick when you're walking in the fescue. Don't ruin
everyone else's tournament.
Exactly. Like, don't be like, oh, I'm going to call Mr. Trump and we're going to see about this. It's like,
yeah,
dude,
like,
Trump's got a bigger fish to fry right now, dude. Like,
I ran.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryson ran, dude. That's who ran.
Yeah, like, Bryson did run. Absolute goon.
Like,
I agree.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So that's where I'm like, you know what? As much as I want to be like, shut up, Rory, it's like, no, dude. Like, it's a golf tournament. Everybody's trying to win, and the only person, like, screwing it up is Bryson. Like, yeah, you screwed up. You got your penalty. Just shut up and play. Don't go, like, singing, you know, even though the moment passed me by, like, hitting balls. Like, dude, like, you know, now we're all grown up orphans who never knew. You're Bryson DeChambeau. Play golf.
You know
hit the
what
ball
I'm excited
hard,
for?
Make some putts and go ahead. I don't give a shit.
You know what I'm excited for? I'm excited for the Bryson reaction video that's going to come out. It's going to come out tonight or tomorrow morning. He's going to be sitting in front of a camera on a chair.
He's going to be like,
yeah, he's going to pretend like he's in court. He's going to pretend like he's in court.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, guys. guys. Okay,
We have a lot to talk
British
about here.
Open recap. We have a lot to talk about, and here's what's gonna happen. And he's like, it's like, dude, just shut up. Just play golf. Just play golf, dude.
Yeah.
Like, go talk to Joey Cold Cuts about it, dude. Like, who gives a shit?
It's a joke. Well, he might not want to play professional golf anymore. Maybe he just wants to do YouTube. Maybe he wants
He hasn't been playing a lot of professional golf.
Internet puppet. No, well, he hasn't been playing any competitive golf at all, really. Because I don't even know if I would call live professional golf at this point. There was rumors this weekend that I saw Nuclear Golf posted. They might not even have their season-ending. I don't know if it's match play or whatever.
No, dude, it's supposed to be like a $50 million prize. There's no way.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. Well, yeah, no, dude. Everyone's like, "Duh, there's no chance that's going to happen." I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. They're probably done. I think they've had their last tournament.
It's over, dude. It's over.
It's over.
And we were dead on about the live thing, like coming up to this tournament. Herbert was the only live guy, really kind of around the top.
Rahm never contended. Rahm was a little bit further back, and otherwise there was nobody. I mean, Rahm, Bryson, and Herbert, and then not a single other. I didn't hear about Hatton all weekends. I didn't hear about. Did Sergio Garcia even play? Does he have an exemption still? I have no clue.
I think he maybe tried to qualify or something, or he.
I don't think Phil played this weekend. Phil Mickelson.
Phil did not. Phil has not played golf in a long time.
He's playing with ladies on the
yeah. I was on Find My Friends and I saw Phil Mickelson riding around at Royal Birkdale this week
on the ninth green at nine.
He threw his bag into Joaquin Niemann's phone into Joaquin Niemann's bag, and that's how he spent his weekend.
The old ninth green at nine.
But great tournament. It's so funny, dude. Like, I think we listed like 10 names last week. I think Sam Burns and Cam Young were the only two that like had their name on the front of the scoreboard for any moment of the entire week.
I said Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood was up there, but he did not. He did not lead. Anyways, couple quick things. I want to get into the Bryson stuff quick, but I want to hear your opinion. Couple things about the tournament. Has the Open become too weather dependent?
1,000%. 1,000%. Like, if there's no weather, these courses are not defensible. That being said, like 10 under for 10 under for a winning score is a pretty tough journey.
Yeah, not bad whatsoever.
But like,
do you think that the browned out look looks horrible for TV? That's another. Because I know that's the only defensible thing.
So it doesn't matter to me at all.
Fair enough.
I sit there like today. Last week, like everybody else, like I gotta get over there and play for sure. So I don't think that I like that it's a different style of golf. I just don't like. I watched a lot of golf this week, and I don't think if we were playing, Tiger Woods video game, I could tell you what hole was what hole.
Yeah,
and that's kind of more where it all looks kind of the same. But no, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's like the World Cup. Like, you're definitely watching a little bit different than what you'd watch than on normal golf. And it was good enough. I mean, it was a fine major champion. It was a Diet Coke. Like, it got the job done. Doesn't have as much caffeine as coffee. It tastes a little better than water. And, it doesn't have the sugar that a regular Coke does. Like, it was a Diet Coke tournament. And there's nothing wrong with the Diet Coke. I've had 3 today.
Last question. Rank your 4 majors. I'll go.
Masters. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll go first. Why not? I'm going Masters, US Open, the Open, PGA Championship. But PGA Championship, I promise you, Olympic 2028, that's going to be special. San Francisco, that will be really
Fields
fun.
Ranch
and
next year too. I'll play there.
Fields Ranch is going to be bad.
All right, I'll rank mine. My 4 majors. My 4 majors are the Masters, the US Open, the Travelers Championship, and the Waste Management Championship. Those are my 4.
Perfect.
Wait, I'm doubled out. I'm Waste Management out right now. Honestly, like, I like the British Open. It's just winter dependent on me. I like golf when it's on TV. I'm gonna watch it. The Masters is obviously the best. The one thing about the Masters I don't necessarily love is like the mainstreamness of the Masters. Like, people, the Masters, I'm here, I'm there. It's like, you don't know ball, man. Like, US Open, you know some ball. British Open, you know some ball. Like, there's a lot of that, like, Masters stuff where people talk, or like the people in college classes, like, pulling up the Masters on your iPhone. It's like, bro, I live this. I breathe this. I feel like a soccer guy when the Masters are on. Like, somebody's watching, you're talking about Premier League soccer or the World Cup. Like, I feel like the asshole in the Starbucks who's like, actually, it's pronounced Chile, not Chile. Like, that's how I feel about the Masters when people are talking about it. And maybe that makes me insecure, and that's like a middle child thing that I have to work through myself. But I do get riled up around the like mainstreamification of the Masters, where it's like, oh, the Masters. It's like, no, like they're playing at the Masters. Like, no, they're playing at Augusta.
It's like Wimbledon.
Golf Club. Okay.
It's Wimbledon.
Yeah, the Masters is the best. The U.S. Open, depending on the venue, like U.S. Open in Brookline was amazing. U.S. Open everywhere in the last 10 years except LACC has been amazing. So
yeah, I would agree.
Whichever one Tiger's going to play in, sign me up. But I think those days are long gone.
Maybe he's got one more. I don't know. Maybe he's got a driver. You never know. It could happen.
Smoked. It's Charlie's time.
Yeah, it is Charlie's time. Yep. Blade's brown.
Oh, could be Blade.
It's Blade.
We need somebody.
Yeah, I want someone with like, I think you need the villains, you need one of these young amateurs, if someone's seeing this, I'm followed by a lot of these people. If you're an amateur and you want to get into like fist fights on the course or something, I'm all for it. Maybe we'll find
if Garrick Higo was good, that would be great. Like Wyndham Clark has tried so hard to not be a villain. He'd be such a great villain because his name is Wyndham, right? But dude, we're going to go destroy some great. Like that would be hilarious if he dug into it, but he wants to be a good guy, and he is a good guy. So he's a hothead, but he doesn't lean into it. Like Bryson could be the villain, but he also wants to be the goofy guy. It's like pick your side, and Bryson doesn't play on national television, right? He plays on FS1.
Yeah, he plays on he plays on like the CW network. He plays on like Spike. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know what they play on.
They're playing March Madness Channel golf, dude. It's like Impractical Jokers, 9 Holes to Live, and then Trading Spaces or whatever the hell it is.
They have like
wife swap.
No disrespect to women's soccer, but I think women's soccer has better TV time.
Yeah, and better players, dude. There's the U.S. women's national team.
All right, let's get to our
soccer team is better than the Live Golf as golf team. By the way, for the ladies out there, and
better
girl dad right here. Trinity Rodman, great player.
No, I'm not.
Julie Ertz.
I love my fiance.
Mia Hamm.
I taught my fiance golf, and she's phenomenal. She loves it, so I'm all for it.
I tried to push Mia for a girl's
sports.
Just pander, pander for the crowd.
Yeah, quick pander. Anyways, let's get to our stories of the week. Very interesting tournament, obviously, this week. Bryson's penalty. I know we talked about the frustration. You think it was a penalty?
Yeah, I think somebody definitely called him on it. And if that's kind of golf, like if you get called on it and you don't have any proof that you didn't do it, it's a penalty. It's a gentleman's game. I think what bothered me, and obviously went over this before, is like that you can't change it. So just move on and play golf the next day.
Don't threaten
that you're not going to play because,
ruin everyone else's night.
And I think that was
the
example it turned into. At least it filled airtime in between 5 o'clock and midnight when there's nothing on. But
yeah, for sure. What are your thoughts on Scottie's relief? Scottie's relief from the grandstand. You see that one?
I was playing at this point, so I had it up on my iPhone, and I saw that somebody had found it and how he went through. The grandstand stuff is so weird to me. Like it's a stadium, so the ball should stay in and you should get relief. But I have like a local rule thing that I'll do where if somebody's in a spot where their lie is really like jacked up and there's something like a sprinkler head or cart path, whatever, like my rule for you to get out of that is you can pick it up or you can move the ball, but you have to kick it. That's my rule. So if you're in like a rat's nest or something like that, where here's my rule to make it fair, your lie sucks. I'm playing you in a match. I don't think it's fair that you get a fresh lie out of this. You have to kick it. One, because I get to see a very like out of shape, goofy old man try to kick a golf ball, which is hilarious. But if you kick it and miss it, that's on you. And I think the grandstand should be similar, where like if you hit the ball wayward left, like Kansas, carry on my wayward son, like you don't deserve a great lie after that. Like, you should have to hit a 5-iron into, like, I should have to turn around to this wall and hit a 5-iron into this wall and play it where it lands. Like,
I think
there needs to be some serious
grandstands.
Yeah, like Romo in the Pebble Beach tournament. That's a great clip, by the way. But like, yeah, you should have to play out of there, or there just has to be there should not be a way that can happen.
What about poor Sam Burns?
I don't know. I mean, he was out of it by then. Dude, Sam Burns, so speaking of Scottie and Sam Burns, it might have been a nuclear stat, but Sam Burns and Scottie are cumulative 20 under in the majors this year. There's nobody within 10 of the two of them. And the guys that won are all like even par, all four of them. So there's no winner that's even close to Burns and Scottie, and neither of them won a major this year.
I'd see that. That's wild. I mean, it makes sense with Scottie.
It's crazy. I'll put it up on the post.
Yeah, Scottie.
Dude, he's so good.
Scottie's been automatic.
He's probably going to be the number one on the money list this year without winning a major. Like, how crazy is
Very
that?
much.
Wyndham Clark got $500 million for winning, the U.S. Open, and Bryson won $3 billion for showing up to a Fanatics Fest signing autographs.
To Saudi Arabia,
and like
yeah.
Scotty's coming 2nd and 5 here. If he was at my golf course, I'd give him Sportsman of the Year for not winning a tournament but being around a long time, which is I still put it on my resume, but nobody knows that's just the second place loser award.
One time when I was in a scramble, I won the most honest team award, and it was like worst score versus handicap, like worst net reported, and I was like, oh, I feel really good about this, but when I learned that it was just worst performer versus your handicap, I wasn't too pleased.
Yeah, my grandparents stayed freshman year of high school. They came up for the weekend and stayed for the freshman award ceremony. And I totally forgot that the gym teacher had asked me if it was cool if I won the gym class award. So that was embarrassing. But it's somewhere here in my hall, my shrine, my freshman.
I won the Chinese award, and my family showed up to watch me receive it.
Yeah, I was Spanish National Honor Society. I didn't even do anything. You just sign up. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, same. It's absolutely insane.
Look what it's doing for you now.
Yeah, that's right. My Chinese I use it every single day. Who's your biggest winner outside of Ryan Fox this weekend?
I have two. One, Alex Fitzpatrick. I know he didn't end up winning, but he is an electric watch. Made the cut, went through. The biggest winner is mallet putters. Not because Ryan Fox, he plays a mini mallet like me. But now that I'm off the lab game, but like Jordan Spieth I talked about it.
He has
the biggest yips you've ever seen in your life. He's so broken. And like, I say this as a friend, like, dude, you got to try something else. Show putt lefty, dude. Like, I can't do another Jordan Spieth needs to learn how to putt thing, because obviously he's an incredible golfer and a better guy and a better father and a better everything than me. But like, dude, you got to do it. Like, big mallet is coming for you. Like, just accept it, man. Just accept it. Go through. But yeah, I mean, you look at the guys at the top, Burns, Young, everybody is playing a blade and they're not doing it. They're playing a mallet and they're not doing it by accident. Like, it's too much of an advantage now to where you like have to do it. And if you're not doing it and you've never tried to do it in a tournament, like, yeah, so big win for big mallet, mini mallet for Ryan Fox as well.
My biggest winner, he is an arm lock guy. My biggest winner of the week outside of Ryan Fox is actually Lucas Herbert. It's an interesting one, but like we were saying, the live guys might not have a home very soon. And like, those guys are like kind of fighting for their golf careers. And Lucas Herbert, I don't think the average person knows who this guy is. I really don't even know who the guy is, to be completely frank. And I know who every single one of those guys is out on tour, plus like some Corn Ferry guys and whatnot. And I was like, let me refresh myself on who Lucas Herbert is. So I don't know. That's a huge win for him. I mean, he gets a lot of official world golf ranking points. Might have a pathway.
Those are hard
back
to come by for a live guy.
Yeah,
and I think those are the kind of guys. That's a great point. And I think that's a great winner, because guys like that who you don't know their name are like the guys that are going to have a chance on the tour, right? Like, if Lucas Herbert next year wins at like the John Deere Classic or something, you're going to be like, oh, this guy's cool, right? Like, if you're not going to be like, oh, this lib scab came back crawling, like, you don't know who he is. You don't know who he is. So, like, that's cool. And those are the kind of guys that I think are going to benefit. Like, not like Taylor Gooch. You know what I mean? Like, Taylor Gooch is going to come back and
forever.
Like,
and
P. Reed kind of like has remade himself a little bit. Like, who would have thought you're in a world where Bryson DeChambeau is more of like a public enemy than P. Reed? Like, people love P. Reed now. And I think, like, dude, I had a Starbucks mango refresher this weekend for P. Reed.
Dude,
it's an all-time clip.
I
love that.
I thought that is an all-time clip. I thought that Bryson was going to become likable again, like around when he won.
That's what's so crazy, dude.
He like came back. He did it. Was the most hated person in the world, and he became likable again, even while on live, and somehow he found a way to ruin it once again.
He did it. Like, he got the girl back, and then he cheated on her again. Like, he totally fumbled it, dude. He had it, and now like something like this, it's like,
how crazy. And
it's not the penalty.
No, I know it's not the penalty. It's the pomp and circumstance. I agree with what you were saying. If you watched him walk out of the tournament after that round, or even walk in, there's no audio on it, and he's just acting like he is like Michael Jackson reincarnated. He's acting like I agree. He's acting like he's just the big honcho. And I'm like, dude, to be honest, anyone who's outside the golf world has no clue who Bryson is. My sister has no clue anything about golf. And she texts me and she goes, who's this guy Bryson? And she spelt his name wrong. And I was like, that tells you who Bryson is. Like, nobody cares who Bryson is outside the golf world.
Walking. Yeah.
No, Bryson walking into a room and someone not knowing.
Or like Bryson driving the loaner car to Royal Birkdale on Saturday, like the Colin Kaepernick commercial. Yeah, you can tell everybody. He's like, I'm drowning out the haters right now. I'm not listening. It's like, dude, you're the only one talking. Nobody gives a shit. Like, you're an American Ryder Cup player. Like, dude, that's gotta be the most unbelievable. Like, it's like they just watch Dude Perfect and like, hang out and drink, like wine coolers together and shit.
Do you think that his PR team is like? They don't crush grape at all.
Like, that's the thing with Bryson. Like, they don't crush any grape.
No. Do you think his PR team sits there and is like, Bryson, we have the idea for you. How about you make another scene in a major and just embarrass yourself once again? Let's see if that will do it. And then we'll make a reaction video after on the Sunday night or the Monday so that the YouTube kids can go and watch and feel bad for Bryson, feel like he was victimized. It's like one of those MSPCA commercials at this point with Bryson. It's like insane.
In the arms of the
he is the absolute. He's the worst. Yeah, I guess Bryson's got to be the biggest.
He had me, dude. I was back on the Bryson train, and now I'm like, dude, like it's literally like the Chitty, like your Chitty Bang, dude. Like
he's got to be the biggest loser of the week, right? Just from like a publicity.
The official like Jillian Michaels biggest loser of the week. Like he lost the most like social credibility weight for sure.
Yeah, 100%. He, to be honest, with this looming PGA Tour thing, he's making no friends either, too. Because the thing is, he's fighting like the governing bodies as well. I understand the RNA is not the PGA Tour, but like if you're trying to get back in good graces with like Augusta National and the PGA Tour and the RNA, DP World Tour, whatever, like why are you now making enemies? Like unless you're going to YouTube full time, which I don't know, or maybe he's going to the Maxi Tour,
the YP Golf Tour, or whatever it is.
Play absolute disaster.
Guys. Which, by the way, John Peterson's a stick.
Yeah, absolute stick.
Dalkey too. Dalkey's a stick.
Yeah, Dalkey's impressive. Shout out Dalkey. Seems like a great guy too.
Yeah, big fan.
Anyways, let's go to our private public golf corner.
Mm-hmm.
I had a big week. You have any rounds you got in this week? What's any good stories?
I didn't get to play all week. I walked 9 on Thursday because I switched out the lab. He's sitting here in the basement thinking about his mistakes. I played this morning. We were 3 down. We played in Nassau. We were down 3-1 at the turn. I birdied 10, par 11. We won those. My partner par 12. So then now we're up 3-1 on the back, down 1 overall, or tied overall. Gave 1 back. 17, like cluster. Guy was stroking. He ended up making 6-5. I made like a 15-footer for 5 after being in the shit, and then I made like a 30-footer for 3. The guy stroking was sitting there for 5-4. Swung the entire match like 5 ways the other direction. It was awesome. I haven't had
what a day.
I've had a lot of days where I've sat there and somebody's got a putt for 4-3 and I'm in for 4 and they make it win. I was so pumped, and I didn't putt great. The greens were lightning. The wind was like 20 miles an hour. Hardest pin setup I've seen at my home course in like 5 years. Had a couple 3 putts, but had a lot of like 70-foot putts. So I don't really count those as bad 3 putts. I count them more as bad approach shots. Both bad. But didn't shoot a crazy, like, shot like 78, 79. But birdie on 18, birdie on 10, won the match. Sign me up, dude. Played golf for free today. That's all that matters.
I love that. That's huge. I had a crazy week. I had some wild dog track stories.
Let's hear it. What was the best one or the worst? Whatever counts.
Oh, well, the worst. This might ruin my who are you stroking of the week, because
let's get right into it. Let's just throw it on as a tag here.
Yeah, so this morning I go down to Providence, Rhode Island. I go to Met Links. It's a 9-hole Donald Ross, and I think this might be great, whatever, $40 per person, no problem. Pull up to the first tee. I've got 5 minutes until my tee time, and I'm paired with these 2 gentlemen. Me and my fiance decide to walk it. It's an early morning. Get a nice Sunday morning with your coffee in. So we decide to walk it. I step up to the first tee. I hit a nice 5-iron, 6-iron, something like that, right down the fairway, par 4. Guy that we're playing with, he's hitting from the blues behind me. I went to the whites because I had never been at the course, and I'm like, I'm playing with my fiance. I'm just trying to walk, 9 holes, whatever. Guy goes to swing at his ball, completely misses the ball by like a foot. And I'm like, brother, I don't think you should be playing the blues. I'm like, if I'm not playing the blues, I'm like, I'm going to come out here. So I go out, I stick my first approach shot to maybe like a foot, 2 feet. So I'm dialed in. I'm like, this feels great because I'd rather play further up in the tees and absolutely sandbag someone and shoot like a 68 or something and enjoy myself at a course that I've never been to, rather than be in the back and just be fighting for my life. And I just woke up anyway, so I'm like, you know what? Just carry on, whatever. Anyways, this guy, he's got a hat with like a sun flap on the back. Guy's jacked out of his mind. And he's just hacking at the thing. Like when I say every single shot, he's taking like 8 divots, like hacking like sideways, like hack slinging slasher or something like that. And it was horrible. And his buddy who was with him was pretty good at golf, like probably similar ability to me, like single digit, whatever, solid golfer. And his buddy's just like not giving him advice or helping him whatsoever. And not that you have to give swing advice, but I'm like, dude, pick up your ball. Like, maybe move up a couple tee boxes. Like you're not Tiger Woods, move it on up. And we're like walking off of maybe the 4th tee box or something. And I'm walking my push cart like past this guy. And he's maybe 10 yards out in the bushes on the left, like searching for his ball. I'm like, dude, why are you searching for your ball? Like just grab one in your hands, throw it 100 yards down and just like go play golf. I'm like, I don't care what your handicap is, whether it's a 68 or a 51, it's not going to make a difference. Just like go enjoy your round, dude. So I'm stroking that guy because zero awareness whatsoever. And I'm like, but my fiance, I'm telling her every single tee shot, back it up, get behind this guy. Cause I'm like, I don't know if this guy is going to make contact, if it's going to shank left, right. I'm like, this dude is a hazard. So I'm stroking that guy.
Yeah, you stroked that guy. And like I think we talked about it last week, and I was bitching about my day in Denver, where like if you're the good player, like it's on you to like check your boy's ego. And the way that golf sets up, and there's definitely like a tee box issue, and I don't run into this as much because we only have 4 sets of tees, and like we mostly play either the tips or the combos. But like,
and people know the course.
When you got some
too.
You got some exactly, and like people know that it's like accepted to play whatever tees you want to play. Like it's frustrating to me when you have that because you're like, dude, if the driver's not in the play, like your whole day is gonna suck. Everybody else's day is gonna suck. Like there's no ego to being like, I don't play a lot or I'm not this. It's like, dude, you play the front tees, you could have a great score, and nobody's gonna be like, oh, what tees you play? And if they did, dude, they suck. I'll play them for you. And I'll kick their ass.
Yeah.
All right. I want this. If you're the big guy who's being forced to play the back tees strictly out of ego because some jackass 20 handicap is going to ask you what tees you played from, send him. I will have you pay the greens fee and I will play him straight up for you, for your honor. I will do this. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I will
I'm
kick
a fan
his
of that.
ass from the red tees or wherever you want to play.
It was just mind boggling because I was like, dude, I had told him maybe.
Then you get I don't know, it's not always like this guy, or last at the range I was striping a guy. It's like, dude, I don't give a shit.
I don't care. I'm just enjoying my round, and I'm like,
dude, have you seen at the range? I couldn't hit the ball in the air. Okay, I don't care.
It happens. The pro golfers are shanking the ball a decent amount. Like they're getting in bad spots in the bunker and whatnot, and they're hacking and flailing too. Like obviously they're significantly better, but I just did not get the dude's fascination with playing the blue tees which were the tips there. And I'm like, I don't get it, because I told him at the 6th hole, I'm like, dude, you got to give yourself more grace. I'm like, you're going to get like a 14 on this hole, and nobody's going to care. Like you're going to have an aneurysm. Your respiratory rate's got to be through the roof. You're like huffing and wheezing. I'm like, I guess you see the whole course, but that pissed me off. His buddy pissed me off. I was trying to tell the dude, just like, pick up your ball and go to the fairway. I'm like, this place is a dog track. This rough is 14 inches long, not because they're trying to make this place difficult, but because the lawnmower is broken. I'm like, the lawnmower is not working. So just
You're
stop.
You're smoked. All right, we'll go into our shrink or grow, and then we'll wrap it up here. So, we talked about the grandstands, we talked about Bryson, but do you have a good shrink for the week, or you want me to take it away? Tee it up.
What's your thought on the free relief from the grandstands? What are you shrinking or growing on that? Like, are you fine with it, or are we
I'm
getting
fine
rid
with
of
it
it,
because
changing it?
when the golf course was designed, that was grass you could hit a golf ball off of. So I'm totally fine with grand slam relief because I want guys to shoot low scores, and it's kind of how I feel about the Bryson thing, where it's like you're telling me Bryson DeChambeau is the only guy that walked in fescue in front of his live this week.
Wyndham does
No,
it.
it's not the case. Everybody does it, dude. So yeah, he's the one that you called the penalty on and that. But like the same with the grand, like dude, I want guys to shoot low scores. It's like kick the ball back and play in soccer and throw it. You can't do it. So I have no problem with that.
I don't
There is one on here that I think is a great shrink,
fire away.
and that's resort golf that's over $400, or vacation golf that's over $400. If your golf course is $400 or more, it should be as well manicured as any golf course you can step on. There shouldn't be a tee time, at least 15-minute breaks between tee times. Like Pebble Beach is now, is it an $800 round of golf? Maybe because it's a bucket list thing and the tee times are limited. But like, there's not a lot of like we're going to Dallas for the Cowboys game week 2, and I've played Cowboys Golf Club before. It's a $400 round of golf. I was looking at things like, no way. In Dallas,
That's crazy.
There's a lot of great places to play public golf. And sure, am I a Cowboys fan? Do I want to play and go and have the star in the fair? Sure, I do. I'm not paying $400 for that. I'll go to the pro shop and buy a shirt for $150 and go play somewhere else. That's free money. Like, you're on vacation to do that. Like, if you're playing a PGA Tour course, they have played a PGA Tour event on, and they will play, and the conditions speak that way. You know what? Yeah, I think that's a $400 round of golf. If it's anywhere else, get out of here. Unless you're doing it where there's only 4 tee times an hour. Like, I should be playing. If I'm on a vacation with my family and I'm paying a lot of money to play golf, I should be able to pay for the advantage to be back in 4 hours. Like, that's what I want to pay for.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm shrinking that as well, too. For example, great public course I checked out last week, went to Manchester, Vermont, the golf club at Equinox. It's not going to knock your socks off. It's not Augusta National by any means, but $130, $140. Conditions are phenomenal. The greens were lightning fast. When I say some of the fastest I've seen in a while, it was lightning fast. And I was
Vermont's
like, wow,
these are great grass.
Yeah, I was like, wow, these are really elite greens. Like, you have a downhill chip, see you later. You're off the green on the other side. I don't care if you have the best touch in the world. It's gone. So I agree with you. I'm shrinking $400 resort golf for sure, because I think you can get a good public round for under 175, 200 at least.
But, yeah, I mean, Pinehurst number 2 is not a $400 round. Maybe you end up paying that if you don't stay at the hotel, but like, you're not paying more than $400 for the greens fee, sure, with the caddy and all the other shit, like you are. And that's the home of vacation golf. That's the best vacation golf spot you can find. Kiowa. Like, what does it cost to play the ocean course at Kiowa right now?
It's like $600, dude. It's insane. So
like, that's what it needs to be a $500 round of golf. And
it's got to be.
I'm young in my career. I'm not spending $500 on, unless the Cowboys are playing the NFC Championship, which I haven't had to spend that money yet. Like, I'm not spending $500 to do anything for that. Like,
dude, it's the same thing for me.
I got my wife a ticket to Noah Khan, and I was like, this is your Cowboys going to the NFC Championship. Great, you go. I can't buy 2 tickets. Like, and I'm not doing that for golf. So like, I love golf, man, but I have just as much fun playing with my buddies at anywhere but Peabody Meadows than I do at a resort course where I'm going to go and shoot 72 without like the wind blowing in my face all day. Like,
anywhere but Peabody Meadows, but I agree. I'm going to call them out. I have another place to call out. They hate me already, so I don't mind. True Blue in Myrtle Beach. That's a perfect example. It was 200 something.
Okay.
It was not 200 something regardless. I showed up. You walk in, you walk down the hallway, and you're just surrounded by top 100 posters and like, this is the best golf course in the world posters and whatnot. And like, Mike Strantz is a genius and all these things. And I'm like, yeah, Mike Strantz might be a genius, but I get out to the first tee box and it's dirt. And I'm like, this isn't a good start. Like, maybe it will get a little bit better. And then you get to the third tee box. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. And you're on like the par 3 third hole, and there's like 4 groups sitting there waiting to go. And I'm like, this is atrocious. And I'm paying $200 something for this. And like, even I understand that the greenside bunkers are technically waste bunkers. The things looked like Baghdad. Like it looked like the worst bunkers I've ever seen in my life, and I was like, that puts waste bunker, that makes the word waste a whole different, definition. Like that's dumpster bunker.
Yeah, and I think like that's a great point where Mike Strand's like, dude, I've played Tobacco, I've played Todd Hill, I've played a handful of those courses. Like True Blue is Jordan on the Wizards, dude. Like you can maintain it, and like if you're gonna brag about this, like this guy who's a legend who is no longer with us, like keep the course the way it should be. When we went to Todd Hill, I was like, this was the trip. I've played all the other courses on the trip. This is the one I want to do. We wanted to play 36. They treated us like it was, like we paid $2,000, dude. Here are the cards. Here's this. If you want to go, you can order your food. We'll bring it out to you. Like, they're like, thank you so much for coming and enjoying this. And like, that's what I love about golf. Where like, that's why I got the flag. Like, Tobacco Road got the flag. True Blue didn't get the flag. Like in the thing here, and I actually paid for like the flag at the golf course at those places. I didn't get the fake Amazon one like I did for the other ones on the side. Like.
Yeah. Me too.
Like
I would say
that drives me nuts, dude.
Cabot Citrus Farms, for example. Cabot Citrus Farms was $300 something. I paid it. Me and my fiance, we had just gotten engaged. I was like, you know what? It is what it is. And Cabot's a very polarizing design and course. Some people say it's gimmicky. I personally enjoyed it. But regardless of your golf, whatever, you pull up to the first tee, and the dude's a golf sicko. He hands you a cookie and says, here are the tees, here's whatever, here's all the amenities. And he's like, and there's a comfort station here, there's a bathroom here. On the second hole, think about this, your caddy's going to guide you through things. And I'm like, great, this guy set me up for a good experience. You get out to True Blue, they're just like, hey, first tee is over there. I'm like, they're like, tee off when the group in front of you is gone. I'm on the first green, and there's a group behind me teeing into me. And I hit like a beautiful, I think it was like 3-wood maybe, like 240 dead straight. And I was like, this is great. And I'm sitting there waiting for the green to clear, and I'm getting hit into while I'm waiting for the green to clear. I'm like, this is horrible.
I had a similar experience at Cabot, Cliffs, and Links. Like, you feel like they're so thankful that you made the journey out there. That's what is worth the experience. And I know Bandon is like that. I know Sand Valley's like that. I know like Big Cedar's like that. So yeah, grow that. Grow like paying for the experience versus paying for the golf course, if that makes any sense. Like, and if I'm gonna pay for the golf course, it needs to be Pebble Beach. Like, it needs to be like, I paid Pebble Beach, it was awesome. Like, but if you're there, and I know Pebble Beach has their problems with like they're the caddies are unionizing and they're shorting them and all that stuff. But like, if I'm out there, like, I want to feel like, I don't want the starter telling me like to play the front, like, to go back to our earlier thing. Like, I don't want the starter being like, you guys should do this for pace of play. It's like, no, I want to do it for my experience. If you're telling me that as a 2 handicap, I have, I'm best fit to play these tees, sure. Even if it's forward, like, that's fine. If you're trying to make the most of my experience, great. If you're trying to get as many tee times through as possible, and you're trying to get, the cart girl as many drinks as possible sold, like,
I'm out on it.
That's a different story, and I'm out on that. So shrink that. Ryan Fox is an Open Championship winner.
Ryan Fox is an Open Championship winner. That's insane.
Coming back to America. No, I never would have said that.
It's insane. How old is he?
I never would have thought it, man. 39. Third oldest major championship winner in the 2000s. Can you name the first two and how old they were?
The Phil PGA Championship was definitely.
Yep. How old was
definitely up there. I don't 50, early 50s, right? No, 49.
50. And then who was this? What was the second one? Second oldest major championship of the 2000s.
I feel like it's got to be at the Open. I feel like the Open Masters maybe. Was it Tiger 2018? Tiger Return to Glory?
Yeah, Tiger 2019, he was 43.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah, Return to Glory.
There you go. That was it. Yeah. So that's it. 39. Like, guys can still get it done. Guys can still, what a beast, dude. What a beast. I'd love to know what his Justin Rose is.
Look at Justin Rose. That guy can still get it done. If he didn't switch to the McLaren clubs, he was gonna do it again.
I gotta get rid of the blur so I can show him off.
I think if he didn't switch to the McLaren clubs, he would have won a major this year.
Well, I think his neck is jacked up because I was playing with a guy Thursday who had him in his pool, and he's like, "What's he at?" And he's 5 over through 13. I was like, "You're fucked, dude."
It was probably the McLaren. But it was probably the McLaren clubs.
It probably was, dude. You got to put gas in those bad boys. All right, that's it for the sode. Thank you for joining us this week. Like, subscribe, share, do everything. If you're in Boston, swing by Great American Beer Hall tomorrow night for the Banner meetup. We got some really exciting stuff. Got possibly some merch on the way soon, and we're going to make it happen for you. So thank you so much. Great feedback. Next week, we will actually do the mailbag and do all our segments, but wanted to get into the open, wanted to talk about Bryson making it all about himself, and wanted to give Ryan Fox his credit because he's waited a long time for it. So for my man Scott, I'm Tim. Thanks again. Thanks for sticking on the cart path with us here.